Welcome to Malaysia, a beautiful country in Southeast Asia with a population of just over 30 million people. It's also the first Muslim country that we've ever visited. We're staying on the island of Langkawi, and we're excited to dive right in and see what this place is all about.
Malaysia, your food is spicy.
To kick off our time in Malaysia, we're starting with a topic that might confuse you: nightlife. You see, to many people across the world, nightlife is usually associated with alcohol, and we'll be the first to admit that we've had our fair share of fun at nightlife scenes around the world.
Oh, it's terrible. It tastes like college.
Since Malaysia is a Muslim country, for the majority of its population, alcohol is considered to be haram, or forbidden. But Malaysia is also a country with freedom of religion, and Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, and Christians all happily live here. So while alcohol is definitely available in Malaysia, we aren't exactly sure what to expect from the nightlife scene here on the island, and we couldn't help wondering, what would it be like for two Westerners to experience nightlife in a Muslim country? Well, we're about to find out.
Guys, it's Saturday night here in Malaysia, so tonight we're gonna figure out what there is to do.
And real quick, don't forget to go check out our Facebook page where we are going to be doing Travel Tuesday with all sorts of good tips and tricks that we've picked up on the road. But for now, we've decided we are going to start by doing what the locals do and heading to a Saturday night market. Let's go see what the nightlife is like.
There's a ton of good food here. The entire market smells incredible.
What is it?
Deep fried burger.
Wow. It's Saturday night, so we are at the market that's in Kuala, which is the main port city here. But what's cool about the island is that every single night of the week there is a market in a different location. This is supposed to be one of the best ones, and so far I'm impressed. There's a lot going on. What is it? Pizza.
Alright, we're gonna have to come back for that. That looks so good.
What are you selling? What is it?
Get some of this.
A chicken and rice right there.
Thank you. It's a little cold, I'm not gonna lie, but it's still very flavorful.
So we have a breakfast buffet at our hotel, and all week I've been watching people just kind of chow down with their hands. It just seems like that's the norm here, like utensils are not as big a part of the food culture. So this is gonna be my first time really just doing as the locals do, using my hands. Very flavorful, but cold. It's a bummer, but you know what? Taste's still there.
All right, so dinner was not that great, but we're gonna try and redeem ourselves with dessert. One of those and one of those.
That place was in high demand. Let me tell you guys, the line was long, but that usually means that it's worth it.
It's like a freshly made dinner roll with chocolate in it. Okay.
Let's see how this is.
Is it as good as it looks?
Better.
So the market was pretty cool, but we're still not exactly convinced that there is a thriving nightlife scene here on the island.
Yeah, we're gonna go look for a bar now because while the market was really cool, there was no beer, there were no cocktails or anything of that sort.
But one thing that was really cool was that it was super multicultural. It was nice for us to see, especially because the hotel that we're staying at and the area that we're in has been kind of like homogenous, and so it's been nice to kind of see some of the different like religions and ethnicities here. Anyways, let's go find a bar, which has been trickier than you might think.
Do you think it's in this mall?
Your guess is as good as mine. Oh, I think this is it. Is that the bar? Yeah. How many bars on the island, huh? Can I do the Tito Sonic? That's good. That's the first drink I've had all week. Because we haven't seen alcohol in like the gas station, the little market we've been going to. So, first drink. How's your whiskey? You've been craving that.
So good. I haven't had this in like over 6 months because the last time I had this was in San Diego.
And this place is cool. It's got kind of a liquor store over here, and then on one end there's a bar, got TV. Not exactly like a raging nightlife scene, but at least we got some liquor.
As we sat at the bar enjoying our drinks, we found it kind of funny that instead of music, this bar had the news on. Like very depressing world news. It was kind of bumming us out, and we were planning to head to a bar down the street, but things took a turn for the better when we met 2 expats living in Malaysia.
Oh, we are getting expert opinion, and apparently the bar we're planning to go to is not the move.
We ended up staying a while longer and sharing some rum. We pretty much told them our entire life story.
Quit our jobs in May and started traveling through like the Balkans and Eastern Europe this summer. Well, we got trapped at that bar a little longer than we meant to because we ran into these expats from Australia and from South Africa. We ended up having a great time just hanging out with those guys and having some drinks.
Yeah, they were very generous with their booze. Now we have another spot that we have found that we are going to head off to. Thank you.
Well, this place is not exactly happening either. It's about like 5 or 6 people sitting at the bar watching a soccer game. So at least the news is not on like it was at the last place. But I mean, I do want to be fair and say that we're on a part of the island that's the more like industrial area, and supposedly the northern end of the island has more like tourists and stuff, so that could very well be the problem. But considering that we're in a major city on the island and it's Saturday night and this is what's going on, I don't know.
So was the nightlife scene in Langkawi what we were looking for? I think in a sense, it was. We met lots of friendly locals who were happy and engaging, and we got to experience a community much different than our own. We also met expats that we wouldn't have otherwise met. This night wasn't about the backpacking party vibes, and that's okay. It was a bit more quiet, with more of a sense of community. So while the nightlife wasn't what we were expecting going into the night, I think we got out of it exactly what we needed. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.